Islam Makhachev vs Charles Oliveira, the second fight. This main event will take place on October 21st in Abu Dhabi at Etihad Arena and will headline the UFC 294 tournament card. Sambo against Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Russia against Brazil. This rematch is expected to be intense. I'm sure you haven't forgotten last year's fight between these renowned fighters when Islam Makhachev choked out Charles Oliveira in the second round. Let's not forget that Oliveira is the UFC record holder for the most submissions, with 13 to his name. Thus, we can say that Islam Makhachev claimed his long-awaited championship belt on his opponent's territory. However, we cannot say that the previous fight was an easy stroll for the Russian fighter. The grueling preparation and the immense responsibility to uphold Khabib's legacy weighed heavily on Islam, yet he appeared very confident. Both fighters took entirely different paths leading up to this fight. Charles Oliveira defeated the entire lightweight division's elite, including fighters like Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje. Interestingly, these same guys did their best to avoid encounters with Islam Makhachev. The fighters from Khabib's team are not comfortable opponents for anyone. Hence, the Dagestani's resume is not yet filled with big names. But to make a fair prediction for the fight that will take place in October, let's recall the latest battles of our present-day heroes. In February 2023, Islam Makhachev faced Alexander Volkanovski. Let's be honest, it was the most controversial and closest fight of the Russian fighter's recent battles. Volkanovski proved that he was one of the leaders in the pound-for-pound rankings, and in his homeland, he gave Makhachev a real fight. Perhaps Alexander lacked a bit of luck, as he managed to knock Islam down right at the end. If that had happened earlier in the round, the Dagestani would have faced significant troubles. Volkanovski himself believes that he was robbed and that he won the fight. Nevertheless, Makhachev secured the victory with unanimous decision. By the way, what do you think? Who actually won that fight? Share your opinions in the comments under this video. In June 2023, Charles Oliveira scored a very convincing victory over one of the contenders for the lightweight title, Beneil Dariush. At that time, Beneil was on an 8-fight win streak. However, Charles completely outclassed him, much to the amazement of Canadian fans, and delivered a true beating. The certainty of Oliveira's victory leaves no room for doubt. It was a fantastic performance, for which the Brazilian fighter received a $50,000 bonus from the UFC bosses for the best fight of the evening. Bookmakers consider Islam Makhachev the clear favorite for the upcoming fight. At the moment, his odds are at 1.34, while Charles Oliveira's odds are 3.2. It seems like the Brazilian will enter the fight as the underdog. Perhaps we'll witness the biggest upset in the Dagestani fighter's career. In that case, we should get our popcorn ready and prepare for a trilogy. Or maybe Islam Makhachev will once again prove that he is rightfully the king of this division. Rumors are circulating that Oliveira might withdraw from the upcoming fight. The same arena as a year ago, the same crowd, which will undoubtedly be fully supportive of the Russian fighter. The United Arab Emirates is a Muslim country, and the support for Islam Makhachev, who is a deeply religious person, a true Muslim, will be very passionate. In any case, this clash will be a serious test for both fighters. After this fight, a new stage in their career will begin. While the fighters will be earning their money with their fists, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. There will be much more exciting content here. See you soon!